offensive mind that scored the first 8 points.
A Cowan's pick got his man Charlie Scott open. Cowan's got Westfall with a fine pick there in the circle area. Adams gave it off beautifully to Curtis Perry, who lost control as he drove to the basket. Heinsohn signaling the offense to go to the basket. It's 4-2 as Cowens hits outside. Adams, good ball movement finally to Gar Hurd, and Silas was there with fine defense. Pass out to Charlie Scott. He's quick to the basket. Back down to Silas, and Curtis Perry fouls Paul Silas. By 2 field goals, the Celtics lead the Suns early. Friday night. Sobers, 2 field goals.
Once again, Ricky Sobers looking to be offensive-minded.
Westfall. Tied at 6. 9:33 to go in the first quarter for the Coliseum in Phoenix. They must hurry. Intercepted by Silas. Pass intended for Hurd. Silas goes to the left-hand dribble, and Garfield Hurd fouled it.
It blocks so often.
Celtics up by 2. Silas again successful at the free throw line. JoJo White left alone, but couldn't put it down, and Dave Cowens controls the offensive end. A second chance basket. It's 10-6 Boston. Westfall outside cuts the lead in half.
That's the Phoenix Suns offense being run to its ultimate degree. They force.
Sobers with body control, battling against Cowens at the offensive end. A hook shot. The rookie put it down. His 3rd field goal. We're tied at 10. White baseline. He had Scott. Scott almost stole it, and he hit Ricky Sobers and fouled him. Charlie being fouled. Ricky Sobers with 7 points. Ties it with his 8th point. Of the defense by Cowens. Adams. Suns lead. Shot clock going down towards 5. Hook shot by Cowens from the baseline, and a pretty shot. Westfall into the lane. Interesting that Charlie Scott did not draw the foul that time. So, bomber by Scott ties it. Curtis Perry inside. Garfield Hurd was open. Pass hit the glass. Silas on the dribble, gives it up to White. There's Charlie Scott, knife to the basket. He would have had it, but it wouldn't go. He'll shoot a couple free throws.
He's getting great penetration.
So Mendy Rudolph might have been right on when he said that Charlie Scott is due for a big game, and he's well rested after fouling out early Friday night. Check weaves inside against 3 men. Garfield Hurd, outlet to Ricky Sobers. 3 Celtics are back. Sobers against 3. Pull-up jump shot. Ties it. And is he off to a start?
Yes, he is, and he should be shooting the basketball more frequently. A lot more.
Keith Erickson will be checking in. Tversky coming to the free throw line.
18.
Curtis Perry with his 2nd foul. Tversky putting the Celtics ahead by 2. Inside of a minute to go in the first quarter. Erickson, who has not shot well in this series, was left alone. The ankle is heavily wrapped, and the star of the 3rd overtime. So we've come to the end of the first quarter. The Boston Celtics, 3 quarters away from a championship. Phoenix Suns, 3 away from staying alive. Keith Erickson, batted away by Perry, but Hondo was right there. And down on the floor is Erickson. He is hurt. It's 5-on-4. Keith Erickson is hurt again.
And I believe that is the same ankle that Joe Prosky is holding on to, and you will probably have to bet that Keith Erickson will not be seen in this ball game or a 7th if indeed the Phoenix Suns are able to win. When you Thorne's alone, McDonald comes out. Hurd
hit it and drew the foul.
It was down below on the hip. Steve Tversky gave him a pretty good push.
Basket count.
We've got another foul, pushing by the Celtics, and they're going to get that free throw. There was an elbow thrown as they came off of the line. Scott with control. And it is 23-22, Phoenix leading, 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this series. So a broken bone is not preventing Dennis Autry from playing. Here's Steve Kuberski.
We got timeout!
Timeout.
Foul that time was picked up by Nate Hawthorne.
To get the heads back into basketball.
And Steve Kuberski makes both free throws to cut that Sun lead down to 1.
Working against it. They get it down inside of 5. Celtics on the steal. Scott is the high point man for the Celts with 10 points. 8:20 to go.
Another great.
Suns must win. Charlie Scott, bomber range.
That's the man I said earlier, Brent, who may carry this Boston offense. And right now he's having his best shooting game of the entire series.
That foul will be on Jimmy Ard, once again using the hands, holding Alvin Adams. He tries to come off a screen. Now watch the play. There's Ard in your screen. Adams makes a good fake to go back. Jimmy Ard reaching out, using the hands, trying to get by.
Leading the Suns by 2. Make it 1. Pressure. Charlie Sobers with him. Scott had the hot hand. Hurd with the block, and Dave Cowens cleaned up. It's 30-27, a 3-point Celtic lead over the Suns. Havlicek cutting to the basket, rolling the right-handed hook shot. You could see that play coming. It was developing because of the court movement by Havlicek. Out of bounds. They'll have 11 seconds. And it was Ricky Sobers, and he is bitterly complaining that he was fouled. Here's Silas. Westphal came in behind White with that defensive move. Pass to Silas, and it was Charlie Scott who dished out that assist. Scott on Dave Cowens. Came up. What a play there by the redhead. 8 straight points for the Celtics, and McLeod will use one of those timeouts. Barry from the perimeter. The Celtic defense continues to keep the Suns outside. JoJo White for Havlicek, who was open. Quickly to Dave Cowens, who had it knocked away as he started. No, he just lost control of it as he started up. Nope. And Arsdale using the glass in nice fashion. Right. That's why Cowens was protesting. Curtis Perry up over Cowens. 36-31. Westphal will check back in. Scott came past Ricky Sobers, trying to get in toward the basket that time on the penetration as Paul Westphal comes off the bench.
That's why I moved, but I have contact to call a foul.
Charlie Scott makes it 38-31. Garfield Hurd to Alvin Adams, back to Hurd. Hey, that was a pretty pass. It's a 5-point lead as the two teams go off the floor here in Game 6 of the NBA Championship. 24 minutes left in regulation time. Will the Celtics wrap it up? It is Boston and Phoenix. At first, the Boston fans didn't believe in the Phoenix Suns. You take a look at what two tired basketball teams did in the first half. I want to make a prediction. I think both teams are going to come out here and battle for their lives in the last 24 minutes. Sobers over his head to Adams on the turnaround. Alvin Adams scored only 5 points in that first half. Right. JoJo gets inside as the shot clock goes down. A pretty play. Havlicek up over Curtis Perry, made it a 7-point margin. With the miss, Silas quickly to White. It's 2-on-1. Scott's on his right. Here's Charlie. Waited for Curtis Perry to get past him and then put down his 15th and his 16th points of this game so far, with the Phoenix Suns calling a timeout. The Boston Celtics turn the heat up. It's 44-35. Celtics 9:40 in the third. Cowens took it himself. It is an 11-point Boston Celtic lead. Using the Celtics to score. Hurd came back for the basket. Adams took it up over Silas and cut that lead. It is now 46-39. Here's Charlie Scott. Dave Cowens with control. Sobers waiting for Adams to break, but Cowan stuck with him. Westfall inside, pretty move. Silas. And Paul gets open, rolling away.
Great
crowd wanted the fourth foul. Curtis Perry. 50-43. Programming force at both ends. Here's Curtis Perry on the steal. Now it's an Havlicek. Curtis Perry. It's 50-45. They're coming alive in Phoenix. Westfall comes through it. Havlicek. Hondo. And Paul Silas got inside position, as he does so very often. It's 52-45, a 7-point Celtic lead. One down here, Westfall.
And Tom Heinken is going to call timeout for it to regroup his Boston Celtics. They had a commanding 11-point lead. They've let it slip away now.
Alvin Adams went down.
It's going to be another offensive foul, I think, on Don Nelson. He just crashed right into Alvin Adams. He said it's
the most desire of any player in the NBA, Dave Cowens, and he's played him extremely well.
Well, I'm sure that there are none who have any greater desire than Dave Cowens. He'll take a back seat to no one.
Silas back to White. Gar Hurd right with him, and White came up inside. How did he get control on that shot?
I'll tell you what, he shot that with his left hand, underhand.
Alvin Adams. 54-52, and Heinsohn is bitterly complaining that Alvin took an extra step. Came up against the shot clock. Gar Hurd with possession. Behind him to go with Westfall. Adams up. Adams control the time. It's 54-all. The Suns with a chance to go ahead. Last 5 seconds, and JoJo White came out on Ricky Sobers. Loose ball foul against Sobers. Does not miss the penalty. 3 seconds. Suns must hurry. White Harrison Sobers. Buzzer went off. Buzzer went off. Would not have counted, even though it was close. The buzzer sounded. We've come to the end of 3. They're on the feet in Phoenix. It's as tough as we thought it would be. 12 minutes to go for a championship. To the Belmont yesterday. Get me to the 8th pole and I'll take you home. The Celtics are at the 8th pole, and Charlie Scott is trying to take them home right now. It is 59-56, 11 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Nate Hawthorne. Battle underneath. Curtis Perry back up. He's got it. Curtis Perry. It's 59-58. Sheer desire. The Suns trailing it by just a point. Sobers for the lead. Won't go. Autry tried to save it, but banged it back to Charlie Scott. Here come the men in green. Scott with an inside move. There was foul. He's got the basket. He'll get the field goal, and he'll come to the line. Far. 61-58 and 10. Here's Scott again with the ball. And he travels. 58. Suns down. Here's Perry inside. Up against the double team. Squeezed off a fourth shot. JoJo White's open. And Hawthorne came back, and JoJo White drew that foul. Lead series 3-2.
Celtics have missed 2 free throws now. And
Gar Hurd. Double team. Deep in the corner. Alvin Adams drew the foul. Cowens playing with 5 fouls. Adams cuts the lead of the Celtics to 3. Pushed it back outside. McDonald. Pretty. Oh, has he got his confidence after that 3rd overtime in the Boston Garden. Suns. Inside pass to Sobers, who was dueling Scott. He's got it. He'll come to the line. Charlie Scott fouled Ricky Sobers as he came up with that shot.
Again, as in all the previous quarters, Brent and Rick, the Celtics are in the penalty situation.
Charlie Scott comes out. Westfall thought he was fouled. There's Havlicek. Suns are going to bitterly protest this play. They're going to call a timeout. They are furious about this play. Paul Westfall is absolutely convinced Scott got him.
let's watch the play there. Charlie Scott came back over Westfall. The ball went out of his hand. He picks it up, makes a great pass to Havlicek, lays it in for a 2-point.
Here quickly. Sobers on the dribble. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Adams up with a shot. It's a 2-point lead. White behind. Great screens that time by Collins and Havlicek. Collins got the move. Here comes Phoenix with a chance to tie it. Westfall against Havlicek. Westfall with great body control. Put it in for the tying basket. 7:56, and Paul Westfall did it with a twisting move to the hoop that time. Sobers again against Havlicek. Hold on. He came right back up, and John Havlicek, there's a loose ball foul. It's on Havlicek, not Collins.
But he and JoJo made two super individual efforts.
Rick, here's the point that you and Mindy have been making. Sobers putting Phoenix ahead with the free throw because Hondo on the weed, and Alvin Adams was there, and Adams has fouled him. Going to play for sure next season. By the time he quits, he can be #1 in every category.
John's one of those guys that they have to burn his uniform off.
Charlie Scott gets inside and into that lane area and throws it up. Offensive foul is the call. It's against Scott, his fourth.
Display. That's 4 fouls on Charlie Scott.
88-67, Celtics lead. Suns going for it. Collins steals the ball with 5 fouls. Collins came right back at him and goes to the basket. Pretty play through the foul. You see the redhead down there. That is basketball.
Play by Dave Collins. Stole it off.
They now have a 4-point lead, but there's still plenty of time to go.
71-67. Going to work against it. They're far away from the basket right now. 5 seconds. Westfall, and we had contact.
And it's going to be 5 fouls on Charlie Scott.
Slice that lead in half. Minutes and 20 seconds for a championship. Boston leading Phoenix 71-69. If they hold on, it'll be their 13th title. Collins, it's a 4-point lead. He was wide open.
Great play by the Boston Celtics.
Shot clock inside of 10. Alvin Adams was backing toward the basket.
Barry's on number 10.
That's JoJo White. Arsdale mostly at guard until today.
Well, it doesn't hurt him because Dick Van Arsdale was a super forward for the New York Knickerbockers. Great defensive player. And
Hondo. 75-71. Shot clock inside of 10. Westfall throws one. Not a good play under that circumstance. Here comes Charlie Scott. Collins got away from Adams on a pretty roll. He just hooked right around him. And Dave Collins on a tear. Dick Van Arsdale, Havlicek off with it. Celtics can't open up even more daylight. They can go up by 8. JoJo White. 79-71. 12 on that clock. White on the move inside. Through the foul against Dick Van Arsdale. Great deal of pressure on JoJo White with that Boston Celtic organization. Great tradition of guards that they have. He sometimes doesn't get enough credit. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Hurd. Turn around. He was fouled just as he turned into the basket that time.
the Celtics.
Hurd gets the penalty down. It's 8 points and 156. And Charlie Scott with control now. Here's Scott outside. Yeah, he loved to hit that one here. 83-73 in time so far. Sobers. Collins with all that muscle and desire. Coming in a week. Charlie Scott, pull-up jump shot. And here come the Suns with a minute 5. It's 83-73. Outside. Hurd was left all alone. It's 8 points and a minute. It's 83-75. Has reached 9 on the amazing Phoenix Suns as Van Arsdale comes out on Charlie Scott and picks it up. Royal Trophy. Charlie Scott. And Alvin Adams yanked down the missed free throw. 84-75. Lead 40 seconds. Gar Hurd, high arch. Van Arsdale taps it back in. 84-77, and Havlicek off to Charlie Scott on the wing, left alone because they were double teaming the ball. Scott gives it up to White. We've got 30 seconds. Last 30 seconds. JoJo gave it up and he traveled. 84-77. They get locked down inside of 25. Sobers up on. He's got it. He'll come to the line. Hold on, everybody. 23 seconds. This team won't quit.
Should be able to run the clock down.
A 4-point lead in the final. Dribbling it down to kill the clock. White double team. Gar Hurd came over on him and hit White and picked up the foul.
This victory.
Splendid series. Alvin Adams out. Here's Sobers with 10. Charlie Scott steps in. He stepped on that midcourt line. I'm not sure anybody picked it up.
But he didn't go over it, Brent. You must go back over that midcourt line. Doing it, too, because this floor is really bad. It's got a lot of dead spots in it.
It's 87-80. Last 6 seconds of an NBA championship. It is all over. It has come to an end, and the Boston Celtics have won their 13th NBA championship. Hondo John Havlicek with possession of the ball, and the players are meeting here at midcourt, congratulating each other. It has been that kind of a battle here. Collins and Don Nelson. Charlie Scott going off. Dr. Silva, the officials, filing away. And there, of course, is JoJo White, who had an incredible series for the Boston Celtics. Played 60 minutes on Friday night, came back, and don't forget, we'll be going inside the victorious locker room. Andy Rudolph will be in there. We'll find out who our MVP is.